Good morning, Rumble. Good morning, Rumble. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this 12.30.2024. Current time is 05:54 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside. This Monday morning, starting a new week. Ending the year, but starting a new year tomorrow, I guess. Tomorrow night. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble Studios here in the southern tier of upstate New York on this 12.30.2024. Like I said, current time 5:54 a.m. We're up a little bit early. Starting a little before. We're not late for a change, but good morning to Tony D there. How are we doing, my friend? Glad to have you here. Salute to you, my friend. Hashtag positive start to the day. Hashtag PSTTD. And good morning to the missus. Yeah, okay. Mrs. is just waking up here. I've been up for about an hour now, a little over an hour. As far as that goes, good morning, Tina. Glad to see you here. Good morning. Our Jersey girl coming in from central New Jersey, thereabouts. And glad to have you here. Go get your coffee, girl. And then Tony's coming over on the hi from Rumble. And I did see the like over on the Facebook. I got notification on that, Tony. Thank you. We're still not broadcasting on Facebook. I can't. The Rumble... So for some reason, either Rumble or Facebook has the API disconnected. So I dropped the hot link in there before starting, as far as that goes. All the cats except Jack have been fed.
They're all sitting here like,
yeah, I know. You could give them like a sprinkle, maybe.
I can't. No.
Okay, she's hardcore with the cats. I usually give them a sprinkle. But we're getting our day started here as far as on this Monday, and I hope everybody had a great weekend. I had a pretty good weekend. I can't complain. Starting Friday night, we went over to our neighbors. We played three-way chess. I won the first game, and then I got my ass handed to me real quick. You know, in chess, there's like a 4-move checkmate. Well, we saw the three-player version of that. The guy, I sort of held back a little bit because I was just getting a feel of the game. First time ever playing three-way chess. And my two neighbors were duking it out, and they lost their queen. So I'm the only one on the board with a queen. So I've got the power. So I'm letting them duke it out a little bit. I'm nipping at them a little bit here and there and stuff. And I guess one neighbor, he's not the normal neighbor, the regular neighbor I have play. I don't play chess. It's the other neighbor there that I play chess with was at his house. Neighbor 1, I'll call it. Neighbor 2 there. They're both good neighbors, very good neighbors and stuff like that. They just couldn't have better neighbors. And we actually talk to each other and stuff. So we actually say hi. But he did a 4-way. He's just in the center. It's all about the center. What do you call it? They called it the super highway. As far as if you're going on a diagonal, you can go freaking multiple ways there, I guess. And it's all whatever plane you come in or diagonal, you have to go the opposite and stuff like that. Tina saying good morning to Tony as far as that goes. And so it was fun. The missus and neighbor 1's wife was there. They played Scrabble and stuff. We could hear the words. They were we're out in the living room with this big table that neighbor 1 made with a very skilled guy as far as that goes. We do have the morning coffee. I don't know if I said that, but I'll say it again. As far as you sleep good?
No.
No? Oh, okay. I slept. The thing is, I slept. Oh, that's right. The missus has an invasion of the cats here this winter. As far as they're always upstairs down there because it's winter. They're downstairs and they're snuggling up with the missus here. And so I'm off to the edge of the bed and stuff like that. But I ended up sleeping solid from 1 o'clock till I woke up this morning. I usually get up around 2 or 3. Didn't have to, I guess. That coffee tastes good. Um, and so the weekend went good as far as what did I do Saturday? I didn't do anything Saturday. We had football Saturday, NFL football, and then yeah, I took the day off of broadcasting or doing anything. So, and then yesterday I did an audio, and I did. We did Bell Kings. I was on Bell Kings fantasy football with Tony D there, our good friend. He's in the chat there on multiple. There's Tony D's card over there. Tony Tone 163, and as far as that goes, we had the Bell Kings fantasy football. Oh, I know what it is. Okay. Yeah, we got to get a little serious here, folks, because we had some breaking news yesterday, and most of you might know, but former President Carter has passed. He passed away yesterday. He was in hospice for over a year. So, but he passed yesterday, and I ended up tweeting. A whole bunch of other people tweeted it out. As far as that goes, it was right after the Bills game, Buffalo Bill games. I was sitting here celebrating, and all of a sudden I hear this ding, 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 and my Twitter just went explosive on the fact that yesterday Jimmy Carter, the 39th president of these here United States, passed away at age 100. Jimmy Carter. Get rid of that. Hang on. Get rid of that. Jimmy Carter, the 39th president of the United States and former peanut farmer whose vision of compassionate government propelled him into the White House, died at his home in Plains, Georgia, Sunday. The Carter Center confirmed he was 100. The news was first reported by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution shortly before the Carter Center, the late president's nonprofit organization, made the announcement on X. Our founder, former U.S. President Jimmy Carter, passed away this afternoon in Plains, Georgia's. His specific cause of death is unclear, but he was on hospice care for the last year. He had some cancer operation, and he had something to do with his liver. But Carter's death followed the passing of his wife, Rosalind, in November 19th of last year. She died at age 96 with her family by her side at the Carter home in Plains just days after she had been admitted to hospice care. But the former president entered hospice care. Oh, it was almost a year. It was February 2023. And Carter survived a year after he had a small mass removed from his liver in early August of 2015. And later that month announced he had liver cancer, and it spread throughout his body. The Carter family had a history of cancer, and the former president lost his father, brother, and two sisters to pancreatic cancer. His mother had breast cancer, which later spread to her pancreas. Jason Carter, President Carter's grandson, had announced in May that he believed the former president was coming to the end of his life journey. So we say God bless and Godspeed to President Carter, 39th president. When he was elected, that was the first time I was able to cast a vote. I was of age to where I voted, and I voted for Gerald Ford, who lost to Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter, I think, was a good man. I didn't really particularly care for him, but as far as concerning the hostage situation, but it became apparent later on after that he tried everything he could do to, in his power, I believe, to get the hostages out. A lot of military were really critical and stuff, but it's the things you don't know, and then afterwards you find out. The man was a genuine man. Okay, at one time I had considered him one of the worst presidents, but he's an okay president. He wasn't a great president, I don't think. He was a good man, a very honest, kind gentleman, and he came in. I think he got elected because during that time, it was right after the end of President Nixon had resigned, and there was a lot of, I don't know, bad things going on. So he came across as a good, honest individual that people liked, and he beat Gerald Ford and President Gerald Ford, and who I had actually met. And if Jimmy Carter was, I think he was probably cut of the same cloth of being kind and good. So he was a good president. He had some problems with inflation, which this president did. I'm not, but there's no comparisons to Jimmy Carter than the outgoing president. There's actually concrete evidence that this current president we have is not. I do respect the office of presidency, but it came a little bit of a shock. But the man had lived a good life. I think he was he started the peace process in the Middle East with Egypt and Israel, always advocating for peace in that region. Subsequently, he received the Nobel Peace Prize for actually doing something other than, unlike another president that I'm still wondering how he got the Nobel Peace Prize, and that's President Obama. I don't know. I just one day just like, hey, you received the Peace Prize for what? At least there was, if somebody could tell me, I'll do. I'm looking in history. I'll have to research that some more. I guess I shouldn't be that critical of the presidents and stuff. They have to deal with what they have, or something like that, or else they make their own mess, like the current president and stuff like that. It's just people that are doing it. But our thoughts and prayers go out to the Carter family down there in Plains, Georgia, and he'll be remembered as a good president. I think not the best president, I don't think, in my lifetime. He was president when I first entered the Air Force to serve my country back after getting out of high school, and he wasn't well liked in the military. It's like, man, we got a peanut farmer in the president's chair. But when President Reagan came in, it was like a breath of fresh air. People still, I guess, when I went in, were not really happy with the military because of Vietnam, I guess, and stuff. But it was like a breath of fresh air once President Reagan came in office. But Jimmy Carter, part of American history, and we thank him for his service. As far as that goes, he did a lot for people. Oh, afterwards, yes, I got to thank you, Tina. Yes, he did do a lot for. Let me see. Let's drop this out of here. Let me get this back into the mix. What happened there? He did do for Habitat for Humanity, which I have seen firsthand up here in my community. We have a multitude of Habitat for Humanity. Jimmy Carter never came up here, but it was the organization is here. I mean, right down the road, there's one or two. I know there's at least one. He did a lot of afterwards. He was very a religious man. Okay, he believed in Jesus Christ, and there was a story that when he was president, he would go down to Plains, Georgia, to the church that he helped start. Baptist church, I believe, and he would do Sunday school. But there was a note that would go out to the community if you'd like to meet with President Carter and have a picture taken. Just meet at the church after he does Sunday school, and there was a line and stuff, and he would be right there. He'd take pictures with people, very personable. So the sign of a very good man, and I think for the most part, he was part of the fabric of America during that time. So, but Reagan killed him in the debate. As far as, I guess, they were talking about something. I just remember them saying something. The subject matter was nuclear proliferation and stuff like that. And the question was presented to President Carter, and he said, "Well, me and Amy was his daughter, was just talking about that the other night before she went to bed." And I'm like, "What? No, you tell bedtime stories to your child." So I think that was a little bit was a moment in the debate that it was like he lost credibility and stuff. And there was one other thing in the debate there. President Reagan won by a landslide. I think it was because of the inflation, and which here it is years later. We have a president. One of the main things he was elected on was because of inflation, and we'll see what happens and stuff. You got to have that energy. We got to have the energy there. We have to drill, baby, drill, as the incoming president is saying. So again, God bless and Godspeed, President Carter. Um, it just he was probably one of the he's an old Democratic president and stuff like that, which I could, it's like, okay, when he won, it's like, okay, I'll just go in the service and serve my country. He's still our president and stuff like that. Didn't really have, I don't think I had any real disagreements with him, other than later on how I thought he handled the president or the Iran hostage situation and stuff like that. But doing the further research and digging a little deeper, he was right in the Oval Office at his desk working that issue until the last minute of his presidency. And when I found that out, this is years back, I'd say, you know what? I can't say he was a bad president. He was an okay president. Not one of our greatest, but he was okay. He was good. He was okay. Okay to good. Okay. Well, this one we have to now is just not good. I'm not good. But the current one today had high regards for President Carter, and stuff like that. So we'll be hearing a lot of stories and thoughts and about the former 39th president. And so that was a little bit. It was yesterday, right after the Bills, because the Buffalo Bills won overwhelmingly. So they've got a second seed in the playoffs. It was right after that. Like I said, it came over Twitter. What? So I ended up posting a number of articles, and even the incoming President-elect Trump, he had some words where he said, "I just heard the news." I posted this on my Twitter feed at Fireman Rich. This is via Truth Social. President-elect Donald Trump. I just heard the news about the passing of President Jimmy Carter. Those of us who have been fortunate to have served as president understand this is very exclusive club, which it is, and only we can relate to the enormous responsibilities of leading the great country, the greatest country, the greatest nation in history. The challenges Jimmy faced as president came at a pivotal time in our country, and he did everything in his power to improve the lives of Americans. For that, we owe him a debt of gratitude. Melania and I are thinking warmly of the Carter family and their loved ones during this difficult time. We urge everyone to keep them in their hearts and prayers, and that's via President-elect Donald Trump. So we thank President Jimmy Carter, for his service to country, and he was a Navy guy too. And some of the stuff I was watching yesterday, him and his wife Rosalind, they were very happy to be in the Navy. But then his father passed away, so he had to go home and work the peanut farm. I guess it was a pretty big peanut farm. Then he got into politics, state politics. He had a real knack for politics. So, and then he became governor in 1970. I think in early 60s, he was state senator of Georgia, and then he went to he became governor, and then in 70, and then he became president elected in 77. Yeah, 77, I think it was. And but he did do a lot for people. Tina, yes, that is correct. He did do a lot. He's one of those that he has some substantial. So you got to say he was a good man, a very good man. So God bless and Godspeed. Let's see. We are getting up this morning to a temperature of 47 degrees out. It's warm. It is very warm out. All that snow that we had for a white Christmas is melted, and yeah, it's melted, so it's going to be warm and wet. And we're supposed to get a lot of rain, but I don't think we got any real major rainstorms and stuff like that. So coffee's good. Raising my cup to the 39th president of these here United States. President Jimmy Carter. Thank you, sir. Remember him. Remember his service. He was a veteran, too. You got to remember, he was a veteran. He was in the Navy. So the temperature is 47. It's almost spring-like out. And let's see, what does that equate to? I'll get this over here. 47 degrees Fahrenheit equates to 8 degrees Celsius. 8 degrees Celsius. And like I said, I looked out the back. I don't know, something happened with our snow shovel that it fell over on the stoop there. So how did it get down there? I turned the back porch light was on. I don't know. I left it on or something. But the snow shovel fell off the back porch. I don't know if it was windy last night, but we're going to have light rain this morning, then remaining cloudy. High of 49 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds at the southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. That's probably why that's a little windy there. Chance of rain 80%. We got light rain, mostly cloudy for the most part. Sun rose this morning will be rising up this morning at 07:34, which is in an hour and 15, 67, hour and 19 minutes. An hour and 19 minutes at 7:34. The sun will be rising 7:30 a.m. and be setting real quick at 4:40. Oh, we got an increase. We gained a minute. 4:40 p.m. the sun will be setting. As far as that goes, 4:40 p.m. the sun will be setting. Our world times the temperature starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 1:15 a.m. currently, 73 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies, a little clearing. Phoenix, Arizona at 4:15 a.m. currently, clear skies, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Chicago, Illinois at 5:15 p.m. or a.m. We're in the morning time. Get some more coffee, Rich. Chicago, Illinois. Now it's 5:16 in Chicago currently. A.M. 36 degrees Fahrenheit. Cloudy skies. In New York City at 6:16 a.m. It's 6:16 a.m. here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York. Cloudy skies. 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Down there in central Jersey, Tina says that she's 54 degrees Fahrenheit down there in Jersey. Is it winter? Did winter go away for a day? High 56, New Jersey, cloudy, very windy here. Okay, so we do have some wind out there. And down in Warner Robins, Georgia, where Tony D is at, he is telling us it's 47 degrees Fahrenheit down there in Georgia, and 67 degrees currently for the high, and 46 and clear. And down there in Georgia. Across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean at 11:17 a.m. Cork, Ireland, cloudy skies, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Milan, Italia, 12:17 p.m. Manja in Milan, Italia. Sunny and clear, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Skipping over to Kuala Lumpur at 7:17 p.m. in their evening. Clear skies, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. That's nice. 82, that'd be nice. Tokyo, Japan at 8:17 p.m. in their evening. Cloudy skies, 43 degrees Fahrenheit. And down on the great continent, great country, and great friend to the United States of America, Australia. In Melbourne, Australia at 10:17 p.m. Cloudy skies, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. And to the east in Sydney, Australia at 10:17 p.m. in their evening. Sydney, Australia, clear skies, 73 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are our world times and temperatures as we speak. And we do have a thought for the day from Vince Lombardi. We had some football this weekend, so why not have a quote from a great American football coach, Vince Lombardi. Vincent Thomas Lombardi was an American professional football coach and executive in the National Football League. Lombardi is considered by many, everyone pretty much, to be among the greatest coaches and leaders of American sports. He was born in Brooklyn, New York in 1913. He's a New Yorker. And his quote and our thought for the day goes as follows from Vince Lombardi. Let's see, what is it? Where is it? It's right here. The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have. The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have. Vince Lombardi. And pretty much the quote means the essence of competition is to strive to be your best. He's a coach, always striving. Be your best, regardless of the outcome. As long as you're giving your best, nobody can take anything away from you. And you can say that about former President Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter, he gave it his best. I think every president tries to get that I know of, except our current one. I don't know if he tried hard enough and stuff. I think he just caved to certain aspects. And sometimes, the question was, is he actually running the country, or is he's just a figurehead? I don't know. But as far as Vincent Lombardi is concerning, the measure of who we are is what we do with what we have. Sometimes we don't have that much, but we make the best of it. And I think that's what he's trying to put out there as far as that goes. It can also be applied to lifelong goals, this quote. And we're coming up on New Year's Eve. It could be, part of a New Year's resolution to be better. It suggests that we can always take the field after setbacks and failures. And there was a lot of setbacks and failures yesterday in football. There's some teams that lost, but they have till next. Some are not even going to make the playoffs. So they said, well, we're going to start thinking about next year. Do they just hang it up and say that's it? No. They keep on going. You try. The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have. And if you make the best of it, nobody can take that away from you. And yes, Tina, that is a good one. I do like that one as far as that goes. So thank you, Vince Lombardi. God bless and Godspeed, sir. Our National Day. Let's see what we have in it. I sort of scanned this beforehand, so I'm not even going to mention the other ones. There's only two other ones which they don't come close to comparison. So we're going right to the National Day today. And today's National Day is, drum roll, and you can smell the fragrance. As soon as you say the name, you can smell the fragrance of it. Hashtag Bacon Day. Today is Bacon Day, folks. Can you smell the bacon now? Even though I can smell it. We don't even have any. The missus isn't even cooking any. On December 30th each year, bacon lovers celebrate one of nature's favorite gifts on Bacon Day. The day reminds us that bacon is not just for breakfast and encourages us to test out various ways to enjoy this culinary marvel. Hashtag Bacon Day. And Tina says yes with an exclamation point. Yes, bacon is an exclamation point. Everything goes good with bacon. I can remember the first time I had bacon pizza. Oh my God. I thought I died and went to heaven. I could not. My first bite, I was just like, what is this? What is this magic? But everything is better with bacon. And so someone said once, and our research shows very delicious, very little dispute that. Of course, some people can't eat bacon because it's pork for one reason or the other and stuff like that. But I like bacon. You don't want to eat a lot of that. It's not good for you, but man, it does taste good as far as that goes. Bacon with cabbage and noodles. Yes. The missus makes that every once in a while. I like a BLTs are good. I don't usually have bacon. Do I have bacon? Sometimes I'll have bacon in the omelet, but I don't have strips of bacon on the side. I think the only time I really have bacon is when the missus makes it. She makes it maybe once, twice a year. We'll have bacon because it's not really, you don't want to have that every morning. Eggs, they say, are good for you every day now. I remember when they said, "Oh, you don't want to eat a lot of eggs because of cholesterol," but they're finding, if you eat 3 or 4 eggs a week, that's not bad. It's just as far as that goes, eggs are good for you, but I don't like eating a lot of eggs. I like a good omelet once in a while. We went to last week on Christmas Eve morning we went to the River Rock and I had a good omelet there, and we got good. I think I said that. Yeah, the breakfast. They were starting late on Christmas Eve, and the owners, just give me $10. Okay, I slipped that and a little bit more for the guy who was filling in as a waiter. I ate them almost every day. Oh, eggs! I'm taking it eggs, not bacon, Tina. Yeah, eggs. Yeah, eggs are good for you. I don't like eating. I like eating cereal. Some people are disgusted with cereal, but I like cereal. And what we have now is I'm going to probably have a bagel. Yesterday I had a couple toaster strudels, so I'm trying to mix it up. I always ate when I was growing up. Box of cornflakes in the pantry was what I reached for every morning, and milk. And maybe once in a while I'd have every other week or every third or fourth week I get a box of Wheaties or something like that. Tim Fan 40, yo yo yo, how you doing? Good morning, coming in from Michigan. Hope everything is well with you, sir. Glad to have you. Raise my coffee cup to you. Thank you for being here. And we're just getting our day started here. Started a little early. Let's see. Tomorrow is Tuesday, which is the last day of the year. And the way the count goes, I will be doing a Mixcloud broadcast tomorrow for the last day of the year. And if Tony, you're still there, I might broadcast tomorrow, or Michael's broadcast. I might pop in on his broadcast. Is he broadcasting right now? I thought I saw him up. No, Jim Figerty is. Liam. Okay. As he broadcasted, we were talking about broadcasting on TikTok yesterday and stuff. Michael was egging me on. Speaking of eggs, he was egging me on about TikTok. I tried doing the live stream. It's not really user friendly for me. Okay. I actually got a community's guideline violation because I think I was trying to upload a broadcast that was longer than what I was authorized to, or something like. This one I upload, I didn't say a word in the 6 minutes, but they ended up tagging it as a violation. So I think you can only upload minute thing. Well, the thing is about TikTok, you can only broadcast live for an hour. So what's the point? This is going to be well over an hour. So I'll stick to the main live streaming platforms like Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, X Live. You can go longer than an hour. You can go freaking several hours on there, I guess. What is it? Glick and his gang over at Nonsensical Network. It's Saturday night. We watched a movie Saturday night. That's why I did. Okay. But Nonsensical Network Saturday nights, they go 6 hours. Let's see. Tina saying good morning to Tim Fan 40, and Tim Fan 40 coming in chatting on the YouTube side. Doing good, just working 40 hours this week. Now back at it. Okay, back in the saddle. And what's the second one you have to say here? And you have a new phone. I remembered. You got a new phone. Have my regular work and then remodeling a bathroom at home. Oh, okay. Okay, so you got a home project. Remodeling. You're a contractor, so you're actually doing remodeling. You're not doing. You're a skilled guy, so you know what you're doing. Well, I do. What did I do in the bathroom here several months back? I changed out the sink fixtures in the sink. I did that. I could do that. That's about the extent of my turning a wrench, and anything comes close to contracting. And Tim Fan 40 saying good morning to Tina from the YouTube side as far as that goes. There you go. Saying he's on the YouTube side. So what was I saying before? Okay, we'll be doing the Tioga radio show over on Mixcloud tomorrow. And but the live streaming on TikTok, I don't think I will be doing. I've got to fixing axle on truck this morning before work. Okay, to get to work. Oh wow, that's early because for those folks that are out there watching and also listening on, just to identify recognize the folks that are listening on Spotify for creators on the audio side, that we put the audio up on the replay. It's 6:29 here, so Tim Fan 40's out there in Michigan. He's an hour before, so he's underneath working on the axle of a vehicle. It's 5:30 in the morning. You're hardcore there, Tim. You are hardcore. God bless you. Be safe, okay? Make sure you got that vehicle secured so it's not going to come crashing down on you and stuff, my friend. We don't want that. But live streaming on TikTok, I don't think I will be doing. I have a TikTok account. It's private, and most of the people, yep, in driveway with light. Okay, make sure you got the cinder blocks underneath there, several cinder blocks, so it doesn't come down on you. But I won't be live streaming on TikTok. I was a little disjointed as far as it's like, it can't be this hard. It's just like they too many hoops. I guess there's a lot of people there, it's this type, you're scrolling, you're not just sitting there listening and stuff like that. Like, we have a total of 6 people on this Monday morning, 1 from Rumble, 1 from Locals, 1 from YouTube, 3 from Twitch. So there's our 6 people. And how many do we have? And X Live doesn't come in. We have 1 viewer on X Live as far as that goes. And so we have the 1 viewer on X Live. And how's our stream going? It still says it's unstable. I don't know what that, I'm not sure what that is. I'm going to have to recalibrate again. So I'm going to I'm not going to be doing like I said, I do have an account. TikTok is going to be probably 10, 11, let's see, no, 11 more days here, January 10th. The Supreme Court's going to decide whether the law is make the final determination, even though a lower court decision said that, hey, TikTok, you got to abide by the law. And I don't foresee the Supreme Court, they'll present their case and stuff, but a law's, usually the Supreme Court, once the Congress makes a law, it's very, even if you're going to shout freedom of speech, and it doesn't curtail freedom of speech, because there's other platforms that are like that comply. And that's what the law is specifically addressing with. Is there a law? They say, oh, well, we don't want them spying on us. They say that's a crime. I don't know the particular. It's a law that they have to comply, where it has to be an American entity. It can't be a solely Chinese controlled entity. It has to be an American entity. So there's a group of billionaires out there that they're together. There's a bunch of them there that want to buy it, but China won't. I don't think China will let go of that control. And so we're going to have to say bye-bye. I don't think the Supreme Court's going to, I'll be very surprised if they overturn it. But then if they overturn it, then that's going to open up a whole realm of things. And I don't think the Supreme Court is it outrightly preventing freedom of speech? No, because there's other platforms you can go on. Just one platform doesn't represent freedom of speech. You can look at it even during COVID. Our freedom of speech was curtailed on several platforms. I won't mention them because I'm broadcasting on some of them. That's why I like Rumble. I know if I ever get curtailed or something like that, I just come here and Rumble. They value freedom of speech. If TikTok valued freedom of speech, then making it an American entity, because that's what the law is requiring. Google's American entity. Rumble's an American. Actually, Rumble moved their headquarters from Canada to Florida. They're an American entity. Twitch, even though it's worldwide, YouTube, they're all American entities. And I think that's, to my understanding, that's what the law is. Okay, you have to make it to work. Yeah, you have to make it to work. So fix that vehicle, Tim. So we'll see what happens because June 20th or June 19th is the day of compliance for. And like I said, I don't think they're going to overturn it. Even if they don't overturn it, we have the President-elect Trump. He has sort of indicated that he might give them a pass for 30 days or maybe it's 30 to 90 days. He can curtail it to see if some sort of agreement come. I think before he wasn't he wasn't a TikTok guy. Now he likes TikTok, I guess, because probably helped him get the election. He's doing his dance on TikTok and stuff. That's one of those TikTok things you can do because like I say, that format people are just scrolling through. I'm not looking for those type of viewers. I like my viewers. I like to pop in, pop out if you decide to, but I'm not gonna cater to that type of format, I guess, as far as that goes. So I'm happy right here on Rumble Studios. Well, that was my big change this year, going to Rumble Studios, I think. So we'll be, even though I have been on Rumble, when did I come on Rumble Studios full fledged? Maybe it's been over a year now. I'll have to check. I'll have to check my log and stuff like that. So we'll be doing the tomorrow, because it's the every other Tuesday, the Mixcloud broadcast on mixcloud.com/Richard M. Roberts. And that will be posted over when I'm done with that. I usually do a live recording of it, presenting 8 songs, and then I post it up on the X and a few other social media platforms. The link to good stuff, to the music, and that'll be the last day tomorrow. End of 2024. Let's see. I'm sorry to say that there is no 100 years ago. The last one we had was the ones I read last week that sort of half-assed. Like, I'm not seeing anything on Fox 40 for Roger Luther. Yeah, the last ones we did was for the 23rd and 25th of last week, so there's nothing in the queue for 100 years. So they'll probably start that back up next week. So let's just do it the old-fashioned way. We'll just read the history here. A dinner party for 20 was held inside a life-size model of I have no idea what that is. As a dinner party, life-size model of a Igadon created by 2 noted life-size model of a particular. I have no idea. Let's go to the next one. Sandy Koufax in 1935, iconic baseball player, believed by some to be the greatest pitcher of all time, turned 86 in 1935. Wow. He was 86 in 1935. He played baseball at the beginning and stuff like that. Sandy Koufax. Wow. That's unreal. Let's see. 1936, the United Auto Workers staged their very first sit-down strike in 1936. What else is new? I guess I think they used. I don't know if they're on strike now. I know there's Amazon workers and some Starbucks baristas are on strike or something like that. Let's see. Wayne Gretzky in 1981 scored his 50th goal in 39 games, still a National Hockey League record. Former President-elect Trump was trying to egg Wayne Gretzky on over the Christmas holidays here to become a run for governor of Canada. Actually, prime minister, but it's a going joke. Let's see. Israel in 1993, Israel and the Vatican established diplomatic relations. In 1993, wow, I didn't know that. That's something new as far as that goes. And Tim Fad 40 is saying, good morning to Tina. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I said that or not. 2010 in women's college basketball, top-ranked University of Connecticut completed a 90-game winning streak. Women's basketball, they play some good basketball. WNBA, I've watched a lot of it, more of this year than I have in the past, because their gameplay is pretty interesting. They do a lot of 3-pointers too. Let's see. In other history news for today, if I can clear out my browser here. In 1922, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republica, USSR, officially came into existence. Communism took its hold. 2009, 7 CIA employees and a Jordanian intelligence officer were killed by a suicide bomb at the U.S. base of Khost in Afghanistan. There's a lot of shit that went on in Afghanistan. And that's pretty much it for history. Decent history, I guess you could say. Interesting history, not BS history. Let's see. NBA action starting Friday night. What do we have? I don't think none of my three teams are. No, the Knicks played. They beat the Magic 108-85. The Nets, the Brooklyn Nets lost to the Spurs. Celtics did not play Friday night. None of those three teams played Saturday, it looks like. And then yesterday, the Celtics, God, they lost to the Pacers? Damn it. And the Brooklyn Nets lost by 1 point to the Magic. Let's see, what's the standing for the Celtics? Celtics are 4.5 games out for the Cavaliers. Who are the Cavaliers? The Cavaliers. What's going on with the Cavaliers, huh? That's Big Juice's team there, out there. Big Juice. That's Steve. He's out there in Ohio. He'll probably be popping in here at the end of the broadcast. And let's see, over in the Western Conference, who's still Thunder, Grizzlies, and Rockets. Okay. But the Eastern Conference, Celtics are number 2. Knicks are number 3. Okay, so they're 2 and 3. And where's the Nets at? Oh, the Nets dropped down to 12. Okay. So that's basketball. Of course, we had football action yesterday, NBA or NFL football. And it looks like the Washington Commanders pulled one out last night against the Atlanta Falcons. In week 17, we only have one more week of football, folks, and then we get into playoffs. We were talking about football in general yesterday on Bell Kings Fantasy Football. That's Tony D's broadcast. It's on Sundays at 10:30. Michael and me, I guess, Michael Bathurst is from Toronto. I'm surprised he's not on. Usually he's on. Michael Bathurst, our friend from Canada, the Great White North. We were talking. I think we both agreed that the ball games are flat this week. I think it's because we're getting ready to go into the playoffs. I guess none of the games really interest me, other than I did watch the Buffalo Bills beat up on the New York Jets. They allowed them to get 2 touchdowns. They took out the quarterbacks at about just after the start of the fourth quarter. I think there was 12 minutes left, and Josh Allen was pulled, and Aaron Rodgers said, let the other guy play. But the Jets were able to score two touchdowns, I think. But the final score of that game was 40-14. It was a great game. Usually, when I watch the Bills, you can tell I'm watching the Bills game because I'm posting everything from the Bills X line there, but the touchdowns, and I'm all excited. It was a good game for the Bills, a good win, and I'm not sure if Michael said that was going to be close, and me and Tony are saying, no, I don't think so. They're gonna get trounced, and they did get trounced. It was 40-0, and then they pulled Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers, and they put the second, and so the Jets were able to score 2 touchdowns there at the end. It's almost like they let them. They were letting up on their defense a little bit. There's only like 8 minutes left, I guess, when they did score. But the scores from yesterday are from this week. Chiefs, they beat the Steelers last week, of course. Last Thursday. No, that was Christmas Day. That was last Wednesday, and the Ravens beat the Texans 31 to what do we got here? Hang on for a minute. Okay. 31-2, and then Saturday We had the Seahawks winning just barely against the Bears. I think I picked the Bears for some reason. I'll have to check that. 6-3. Patriots lost to the Chargers. They got trounced 40-7. Broncos, I thought they were going to win. The Bengals were able to win. Joe Burrow's good quarterback, just on a losing team, not making the playoffs this year. He played good. He's up there in the quarterback. Cardinals lost to the Rams 13-9 on Saturday, and then on the Sunday games, frickin' Eagles, they trounced the Cowboys 41-7. Broncos trounced the Panthers 48-14. Of course, Bills trounced the Jets 40-14. Giants won yesterday. I picked the Colts. They won 45-33. Where the Giants? I think Joe Flacco played that game yesterday. Raiders beat the Saints. Oh, that's a sweat. I had the Saints in that game. Jaguars beat the Titans. I think I had the Titans. Miami beat the Browns. Well, of course, Browns. Vikings won against the Packers. That was a close game, 27-25. Of course, Washington Commanders last night, Sunday night, they beat the Falcons. That's a good one for them. And we have football tonight, Lions against the 49ers. It'll be interesting to see what type of team shows up for the 49ers because they're not really doing all that great in their record. They're 6-9. They're not making the playoffs. Where the Detroit Lions are 13-2. I think they're gonna wrap up the number 2. Or no, they're the number 1 seed in the NFC. I think Minnesota is number 2, and they're a wild card. That NFC North, they had what the heck? They had I think 3 teams in the NFC North are going to make it. Let's see, NFC. Where's the NFC here? National Football Conference. Yeah, I think the Vikings, Lions, and Packers are going to all make it there as far as that goes. Why did I pick Jets? I've been going Buffalo. I don't know. What did you pick? Let me see, Tina. I got the picks right here. Did you pick the Jets? I think you did. Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. Let's see. What did Tina pick? Yep, you did pick the Jets. You picked let's see, you picked Baltimore, they won. Seattle, New England, Denver, Arizona, Jets. Oh, there's a lot of and Las Vegas. There's Indianapolis, they lost. Dallas lost. Oh my God, Tina, I should just stop right now. I'm not going to go any further. Oh my, yes. It's just like it's all in good fun, though. You did pretty good last week, though. You were up there. I think you finished 3rd for the week. You know, you saw the. I didn't have the chart, but I had the numbers yesterday. So I'll be compiling those. We will have last Wednesday. I didn't have Let's Talk Football because it was Christmas Day. We will have Let's Talk Football to set up for the last week, week 18. That'll be Wednesday night at 7:00. It's about a 45-minute to 1 hour show as far as that goes. And then that should be it for Let's Talk Football, unless I bring it up during the playoffs. But Tony might bring up Bell Kings Fantasy Football, or else Michael will he'll always bring up football during the weekday, which he should be broadcasting this morning sometime. But we'll be starting week 18. Who do the Bills play? I think the Bills play they play the Patriots up there in New England, so that should be an easy win for them. And Chiefs and Broncos. Just scanning the games next week. Chiefs and Broncos. That might be a good game. That's a Sunday afternoon game. Seahawks and Rams. That could be a good one. What's the other one? Let's see. Are there any other ones? Commanders and Cowboys. Commanders should beat the Cowboys again. Oh, Giants and Eagles. That should be interesting, especially after the Giants just beat. I think the Eagles will romp on them. Eagles, they're doing good. I wonder who the hell. Let me see who was quarterbacking Philly in yesterday's game. Let me see. Oh, Cooper Rush. Or no, that's their passers. Who was the quarterback for who was the quarterback for Cowboys? or for the Eagles. Let's see. Cooper Rush is a receiver. They don't have who played quarterback for them. That's unreal. Let me check something here, folks. Let me check something. Let me go to ESPN. ESPN is ESPN. Let's see. What's the game I want? I want box scores. Here we go. Oh, Cooper Rush is the quarterback. Okay. No, that's for Dallas. Okay, so who's for the Patriots? Or Philly? Oh, Pickett. Okay. I don't know him. Holy shit. So, and then they had, they played two quarterbacks. McKee. Okay, so Philly had two quarterbacks. What did they do? Pickett did 140. Okay. Not too bad. Not too shabby for the quarterbacks. Okay. Barkley, 167 yards. And he's monstrous. Okay. Let's just say, I'm thinking Kenny Pickett. I thought he was a receiver. He's a quarterback. Okay. Yeah, they were toting the old Eagles the old Eagles uniforms as far as that goes. So, okay, what do we have? We're coming up on an hour, so I should take a little bit of a break here. We're still tend to, but no 100 years ago today, folks. We'll come back after I take a break to get some more coffee here. We've been on for an hour, and as far as that goes, and we'll be back in a couple minutes here. So you just hang loose, and we'll be right back, and we'll continue on here to see what's in the local news here for the southern tier of upstate New York and stuff. I don't think it was that much other than the big news. Like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, former President Carter has passed away yesterday at age 100, and God bless him and Godspeed as far as that goes. All right, we're going to go ahead and get some coffee, and we'll be right back. Let's start some outro music or some intermission music. There we go. we're back. We're back here on the Monday morning coffee for 12.30.2024 at Rumble Video broadcast. Our last, second to last day for 2025. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on Rumble Studios, broadcasting into Rumble, into Locals, YouTube, Twitch, X Live, as well as providing the replay audio on Spotify for podcasters for those folks to listen after we're done. And we appreciate those listens there as far as that goes. Let's say thank you on that. And let's see, where's our stream at? Stream's doing pretty good. It's doing okay. It says unstable for some reason, but it's stable. We got another ad coming inbound here in 3.5 minutes. So just seeing that on the Twitch Stream Manager page here. But I do have my second cup of coffee here. Coffee is good this morning. We took care of Jack during the intermission. So he's here. He's like looking around like, what's going on? I should open the window for him. So he usually likes coming up here looking in the window. Looks like it's getting a little daylight out. And you can hear the beeping of the microwave. The missus is getting her breakfast. And I'm going to have a bagel today, I think. Wow. Hal's on Twitch, Facebook. Yeah, okay, Tina. Yeah, I'll see. I noticed. Yeah, I was surprised. Before you go, I know you're gonna head over there and stuff. You're an avid fan of his, so. But I was surprised that Friday. I was like, oh, I'm surprised to see Hal. I said, wait a minute, it's Friday. He's usually on Friday, but he's on all three, so he must be doing the Prism app as far as that goes. So, so he's let me see if he's on here. Let's see. Oh, I don't see him on Facebook, or I don't see him on Twitch. Okay, we'll see you later, Tina. Unless it shows up here. It might take a little bit for it. He might have accidentally hit the Twitch. I'm only showing Jim Figerty. Let's see what Jim's doing. Let's see what Jim's doing. Why did I get disconnected here? Let's see what Jim Figerty's doing here. Is he playing a game? He must be playing a game. Oh, he's playing a song. He's playing a song of some sort, so he's over there. I have no idea what that picture is of. Oh, let's bring it back to where it's supposed to be here. This is the Twitch. This is Twitch on the Roku. So I usually have it on our page here that we're showing here. There we go. Okay, we're back up on it. Tina said, oh, there's Hal. Okay, he just went up. Okay, Hal is back. Okay, he is up. He just went live 1 minute ago as far as that goes. So he is up. Okay, so Tina's off watching. Tina likes watching Hal. Hal's a good guy. So I appreciate Tina being here for at least the first hour and stuff like that. So, but she likes to, and so Hal is up on, he's not normally up on, so maybe he decided to come up on, come up on a Monday. Okay, let's see the news. Let's see. Do we have anything on Fox 40? Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay. How about everything? Pretty much on all the other news places is going to be about the President Carter, and as far as that goes. So let's see. What do they have on their Facebook here for WEBO? There's nothing on my home page. Let's Binghamton Press page. What's that about? Let me see. Open link to new tab. A local museum that showcases region's most impressive technologies invites the community to explore. TechWorks is hosting an open house. Let's see what this one's about. This is Binghamton homepage. Go ahead and set this up here. I'll get rid of the text scroll. Go over to the page here and see what this is all about. This is off of News 34. And there we go on that. Let's see what this one's all about here as far as that goes. So let's bring this back. Take off the closed captions.
A local museum that showcases the region's most impressive technology is inviting the community to explore its unique collection. TechWorks is hosting an open house tomorrow. The organization specializes in tech made locally that still works, offering museum goers the chance to try out the gadgets themselves, like vintage video games or using an old IBM technology from the 1960s to take a black and white selfie. TechWorks has everything from computers, gaming chips, typewriters, and a silent movie theater organ, all designed and built here in the Southern Tier. The director, Susan Sherwood, says Binghamton has been one of the most creative communities in the country for over 100 years.
In the long run, it's all about making connections, not just to the past, not just to the future, not just here, not just there, but all of it needs to come together, and we're all part of that if we just are a little bit more creative.
The open house will be held from 1 to 4 p.m. and it will also be open next Friday and Saturday at the same time, 1 to 4. TechWorks is located at 321 Water Street in Binghamton, and parking is available on site.
I believe that machine that we're looking at right now is a mail machine, which was created here in Owego when IBM was in Owego. Now it's a different company. Oh no, that's Universal. Oh, that's a Universal. Okay, I just looking at that's Universal is up there. Where's Universal at? That's up in Green, New York, I believe. The Universal company. But what is that? It looks like a mail sorter or something like that. That's interesting. Just the different types of technology as far as here in the Southern Tier of upstate New York. Of course, IBM birthplace is Endicott, New York. There's a lot of stuff that came out of, I worked at IBM for a number of years, so I was an IBMer. And I'm very proud to have been a part of IBM. Let's see, anything on Fox? No, nothing. There's some people in the law enforcement. One person pleading guilty to drug charge, another facing drug charge in Delaware County, and one in Unadilla. Jeez. Oh, those are. No, there's nothing on Fox. Nothing there. That was on the I got that off of the WEBO. WEBO's Facebook page, as far as that goes. So let's see, channel 34, we can get rid of that. Celebrities and politicians react to the death of former President President Carter, Jimmy Carter. There'll be a lot of things covering him as far as that goes. Let's see. And nothing there. Let's see what's on WBNG. Let's see. They got a no. That's not a video. If they had a video, I'd show it. But they just have. We're talking about it.
Okay.
Oh, we did have a tragedy. When was this? The 28th. They had the plane, the Azerbaijan plane that was shot down by Russian. I guess Putin is fessing up now. Let's bring this up. This was in the news. Oh, they held a day of mourning last Thursday, but this was on Christmas Day. So let's go ahead and bring this one up. I know it's not good news, but it is news that this was the result of what's going on over in the Ukraine area, the war between Ukraine and Russia. This needs to stop. It needs to stop. This is senseless. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Let's go ahead and share this and see what this one has to say here.
A day of mourning in Azerbaijan for dozens killed in an airliner crash in Kazakhstan, as new questions swirl over what caused the plane to come down. The flight was traveling from Azerbaijan to the Russian Republic Chechnya Wednesday before its rapid descent and crash landing in Kazakhstan. Azerbaijan Airlines and Russia's Federal Air Transport Agency previously said a collision with birds caused the crash. But the head of Ukraine's Center for Countering Disinformation disputes that claim, writing on social media that the plane was shot down by a Russian air defense system. Video and images of the plane debris show perforations that look similar to damage from shrapnel or debris. The cause of these holes has not been confirmed.
If it were a missile attack, that's what you would look for, is these small pieces of shrapnel that go through the control systems. And judging by the flight characteristics of the aircraft after this period of time that it tried to fly for 20 minutes, you can see it wasn't just an up and down thing, which you would see with a bird strike. But in this case, it went left, it went right, which would indicate to me that there was loss of flight control systems.
Officials from countries linked to the deadly disaster, including Russia, have urged people not to speculate until investigations are complete. In Washington, I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
Well, I don't think there's any speculation as far as that goes when you have
the plane for head of Ukraine.
Let's see. I want to find something here real quick.
Down by a Russian air debris show perforations.
When you find those type of, like that hole right there, that's not from a bird strike. That's shrapnel that pierced that.
Perforations
and,
that look similar to damage.
Let's see.
That look similar to damage from perforations that look similar to damage from shrapnel or debris. The perforation plane.
This is the tail end of it, and I got to make a significant note here on this plane crash that there was actually survivors. I don't think a lot of people realize the way this plane came down is it's a miracle that there's survivors. I think there was 28, it's like 38 people that were killed, and then there was like 25 to 28 people that survived. And there was a gentleman that he was actually recording when they were in flight. And then afterwards, he's down on the ground filming himself. He's got a banged head and stuff like that. So this is a tragedy that should not have happened. The Russians are at full fault. To say, oh, don't speculate. Well, when you get the characteristics of a missile launch, it's there's sometimes we jump too quickly, but it became apparent as far as that goes that this was shot down by the Russians accidentally. But it's even still, it's their they're responsible for the and it's one of those things that everybody's got a quick trigger finger over there in the Ukraine with this war, which needs to stop as far as that goes. And that's my feelings about it as far as that goes. So and it's a rarity that I show something like that, but that's it was just amazing that there was any survivors, and thank God there were, I guess. But Putin apologizing for the tragic incident, but he doesn't take responsibility that, oh, we did shoot it down. That's a half-ass. Putin needs to go and stuff. Hey, Big Juice made it in here for the second hour. He's right on time. How you doing, Big Juice? Glad to have you here. We're just going over we already talked about President Carter passing away, and I was just talking about the aircraft incident that was shot down last week, as far as that goes. And just to give you, so it was just no 100 years ago today, because there isn't one. They didn't have one up on the page, so I just had to read the news. And we're joined by Jack. He's looking out the window where we're getting some daylight out there, and let's do a recap on what's the weather like out there. Let's see what the weather map here. What's our local weather? There it is right there in the southern tier. We got rain clouds that went through. This is the current radar right now as far as what's coming into the area. And but it's going to be a cloudy day, wet day. I don't think we got we got clouds out there. It's a cloudy day. I can see the clouds now as far as that goes. And let's see. What else do we got here? We did channel 12. Anything else on channel 12? No. Local fitness professionals say get in shape. Yeah, the traditional New Year's Eve resolutions. Let's see. This is news on
looking for places.
They're getting ready for celebrating incoming 2025. Let's go ahead and look at this one. This is off of channel. See what this one has to say here.
During in the new year, WB&G has you covered. 12 News' Brian Melanson went out scouting this Sunday. Here are some of his picks for where to celebrate 2025.
From bars and restaurants to museums and stadiums, there is no shortage of places to celebrate the beginning of 2025. Stop by Phelps Mansion Museum's New Year's Eve dance party. The Glitter and Gold dance party throughout the decades will run from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. on New Year's Eve. Every hour rings in a new decade to dance and party to. Attendees can enjoy a cash bar, appetizers, and party favors while watching the ball drop. Right down the road, Iron Agave's New Year's Eve party kicks off at 9 p.m. You can celebrate 2025 with a dance party with a DJ and a champagne toast at midnight. Or at Garage Taco Bar, attend their Hollywood red carpet themed event starting at 7 p.m. There will be an open mic from 8 to 10, followed by a performance from local artists Edge and Bobby Lou. Maybe hitting the ice is more of your thing. Head on over to Visions Veterans Memorial Arena, where the Black Bears are riding a 6-game winning streak and hosting Hudson Valley. Puck drops at 5:30 p.m. Or maybe a gala is up your alley. The Lost Dog Cafe's annual Glitter Ball is back for 2025. Starting at 9 p.m. on December 31st, DJ Frankie C will spin the tunes that will have you dancing your way into 2025. How about something for the kids? The Discovery Center of the Southern Tier is hosting a Kids New Year's Eve extravaganza during special hours from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on December 30th. Attendees will then, quote, embark on a whirlwind trip around the world without leaving Binghamton as we explore how different cultures welcome the new year. What about a nice night for you and your loved one? At the Doubletree in Binghamton, couples can purchase an overnight package for two that comes with admission to a special event. The $429 deal offers an open bar, a live musical performance, hors d'oeuvres and a cocktail hour, midnight champagne toast, and full breakfast buffet the next morning. Potential partygoers can check out Factory by Beer Tree in Johnson City. For a $120 ticket,
Best
guests can
burger in
experience the
Southern
extravaganza
Tier
complete
right
with
there.
2 full open bars, a martini lounge, dancing in the beer hall, appetizers, and food stations.
Okay, so there's the places where you can go here in the Southern Tier. But the Beer Factory, we went there for lunch there a couple weeks ago, and it was fantastic. That's one of our favorite spots for going for lunch and stuff like that. So, but what are we doing for New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve tomorrow. Tomorrow night. We're going to probably be staying right here watching. We'll bring in the New Year like we normally do, watching the TV as far as the events of the ball dropping down Actually, the missus will probably be in bed before that. And stuff like that. So, but those are some places here in the southern tier of upstate New York where you can go and bring in the new year and stuff. And the beer factory, that's interesting. If I was like 10 years younger, I think we'd go up there. But I don't think we're not. I don't know. It's not worth the hassle as far as that goes and stuff. So let's see. We have that. Okay, so that's on WBNG. Let's see, the Whale, they got the same thing as WNBF, channel 34. We already talked about the TechWorks place there. So, let's see, we got a TikTok article. Is that a video? Yeah, let's bring this up. We got an article about TikTok. Okay, we're just talking about TikTok. Let's see what the latest is on the TikTok front here as far as that goes. Done. Let's see, closed caption or off. Let's go to this this page right here. TikTok, what do polls say Americans think of it? Let's see what the latest polls say. And okay, so that basically just was a slide presentation. Let's see, justices next year, which is in another day, are set to consider whether a law banning TikTok in the United States unless parent company ByteDance diverts from its violation. Unless parent company ByteDance divests from its violations of First Amendment. I don't know. Oral arguments over the legislation will be held on January 10th. We already talked about that. While it's become a controversial political topic, I don't think it's that controversial. It's either go or no go. TikTok remains popular, especially among young. Okay, yeah, we know that. Let's see. Support for TikTok, although in March 2023, 50% of adults surveyed by Pew supported potential ban of TikTok. That number has declined this past summer to 32%. So people are saying, well, maybe we should keep TikTok. Well, half the people asked this summer think it's unlikely TikTok will stop being allowed in the U.S. So of those that use TikTok, most are watching. I'm a watcher. About 98% of the public videos come from the most active 25 people. 25. So there's 25% of the people that are making the videos as far as that goes. Pew wrote that 52% of adult TikTok users have posted videos on there before. I posted, but I have a private account. So I'm not going to be using... I'm not going to be live streaming TikTok. If TikTok becomes an American, if they comply with the law, I'll probably go from a private to I might keep it private. I don't know. TikTok doesn't really jazz me as far as being here on Rumble, Twitch, YouTube, and X Live and stuff like that. So I'm not looking for another audience, as I stated yesterday on Bell Kings Fantasy Football, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, I guess. Let's see. We talked about Jimmy. Let's see. Jimmy Carter. Do they have something on Jimmy Carter? No, that's just a file. Okay. Okay, so that was channel 34 on WENY. What's going on over there? Let's see. Oh, that's another. They got a slide presentation of Jimmy Carter. So nothing really over on Elmira Fire Department sets new record for calls. Oh, they had a record number of calls for 2024. Okay. And let's see, WN channel 24. Okay, here's something on President Carter. Let's go ahead and bring this one up. This is on channel 34. Let's see, closed captions off. And get a little background on former President Jimmy Carter. There we go.
It's a life that had so much accomplishment and so much service, a life lived on principles of fairness and decency, and likely those principles alone are what made Jimmy Carter the 39th president. But to know the man, you need to know the boy. James Earl Carter Jr. was born October 1st, 1924 in the southwest Georgia town of Plains. The principles that would shape him were formed here.
My father was a dedicated, hardworking, down-to-earth farmer, and he was a strict racial segregationist. My mother, on the other hand, believed just the opposite. She was a registered nurse, and she treated black and white people exactly the same. This was a kind of torment or division in my life. All my neighbors, all my playmates, all my intimate companions were African-American kids.
The experience showed him life as it was in Deep South Jim Crow America. He saw firsthand the need for adequate health care and the need for civil rights and simple fairness in society. They are principles that would follow him through the Navy, through his marriage to his wife Rosalind, back home to Plains, where he continued the family business of peanut farming, and to his first venture into politics in the 60s. He became a state senator, later governor of Georgia, and even in a divided state, in a divided time, he called for everyone of all backgrounds to come together.
I say to you quite frankly that the time for racial discrimination is over.
This philosophy would lead him to venture for a higher seat.
Hi, Governor Carter from Georgia. Running for president. I want to ask you to help me next year.
Many people at the time may have thought a peanut farmer from Georgia was an odd choice for president. But as many historians note, voters were seeking integrity and honesty after the Nixon and Ford administrations. In 1977, he took office.
We must adjust to changing times and still hold to unchanging principles.
The Carter administration is known for several things. Its high point, though, came with the Camp David Accords, which resulted in a peace treaty between Israel and Egypt, one that remains in place to this day. But its low point came with the energy crisis and the Iranian Revolution and another crisis involving hostages in Tehran. He served only one term, Ronald Reagan beating him in the 1980 election. Even after he got out of the White House, though, the public service never really ended. He started the Carter Center with a focus on healthcare, free and fair elections worldwide, and ending human suffering. The organization credited with eradicating illness across the world and bringing peace to places that had been war-torn for ages. But back home, he started volunteering with a then little-known organization, Habitat for Humanity. All of his work throughout the decades resulted in him receiving the Nobel Peace Prize.
Ladies and gentlemen, war may sometimes be a necessary evil, but no matter how necessary, it is always evil.
All the while, even with all this work, he made his home in Plains, Georgia, a place that came to honor and love him as one of their own. A man who could be seen about town on any given day with a warm smile and a kind heart. And on an occasional Sunday, bringing a lesson to the masses at a church there. A number of health setbacks in recent years led to a departure from public life. In February 2023, Carter entered hospice. His wife, Rosalind, died in November 2023. His is a life that was accomplished, a man from humble beginnings who stayed humble throughout his life, even at the highest office in the land. A man who knew what service was all about. A man who's remembered for so much.
So there's a little bit about former president, our 39th president, President Jimmy Carter, who passed away yesterday afternoon, and we thank him for his service and stuff. It's amazing that piece right there, as far as everything that he's done, as far as that goes, and that's simply sort of reflect on a good man's life as far as that goes, and he was a good president, and just the end of an era as far as that goes. So he's and for me, I guess my first election I was allowed to vote in, he beat the candidate I wanted, so that was pretty, so I sort of bittersweet, but he lived a long life, and I think he knew he was on his way out as far as that goes. So, but we, again, we say God bless and Godspeed to President Jimmy Carter. And as far as that goes, let's see, I don't think there's much more here as far as news. So I think we will probably end it here. Let me just look at a few more things. If there's anything that pops out here as far as that goes. 29th, what happens in Rock? No, we don't really. I'm going to end it on that note, because I don't think there's anything that really can top that. As far as, I think we started talking about Jimmy Carter, President Jimmy Carter, at the beginning of the broadcast, and so we're going to go ahead and end right there, and as far as that goes, and get our day started here. We'll probably be, let's see, current temperature. We're still holding at 47 degrees Fahrenheit, and such. Let's see, is there anything on the? Let me check. Let's see, who do we have live right now? We have Hal and Liam are still up. Okay, so. Oh, let me check my Twitter feed here if we have anything of interest on the Twitter feed. Let's see. Nothing there. Oh, this is interesting. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un vowed to implement the toughest anti-U.S. policy. State media reported Sunday, less than a month before Donald Trump takes office. So he's trying to get recognition from Donald Trump and stuff. Let's see, what do we have for that? Oh, we got more money going to the Ukraine. Okay. Oh, we have another person that passed away. Oh my God, this is. Oh, I like this lady. Alice has passed away at age 87. Linda Levin, Tony winner broadcasting actor who starred in the sitcom Alice, has passed away. When did she pass away? Yeah, this is via Newsmax. Let me bring this up here. You remember her? That's there she is, right there. Oh, it's not working. What's going on here? Let's see. Let's see. Let's go ahead and bring this up. How do I do that from the mobile? Let's see. How do I do that from the mobile? Can I hit that? No. Background. Oh, presentation. There we go. There we go. Okay, I had to do it from the phone there, but that's sad news. Linda Levin, a Tony Award-winning stage actor who became a working-class icon as a paper hat-wearing waitress on the TV sitcom Alice, passes away. She was 87. She passed away in Los Angeles on Sunday of complications from recent discovered lung cancer. Oh, cancer again. Her representative told the Associated Press. A success on Broadway, Levin tried her luck in Hollywood. In the mid-1970s, she was chosen to star in the new sitcom based on Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. The Martin Soares directed film that won an Oscar for playing the title waitress. The title was shortened to Alice, and Levin became a role model for working moms as Alice Hyatt, a widow mother with a 12-year-old son working in a roadside diner outside Phoenix. A show with Levin singing the theme song, There's a New Girl in Town, ran from 1976 to 1985. I watched this show. She was a great, the series bounced around the CBS scheduling during the first 2 seasons and became a hit, leading into All in the Family on Sunday nights in October of 1977. I was in the military then. It was among Primetime's top 10 series in 4 of the next 5 seasons. Variety magazine listed it among the all-time best working comedies. So Alice, Linda Levin, the actress from sitcom Alice, passes away at 87. God bless you and Godspeed. So that's just oh, let's see. My thing doesn't work here. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll just that's sad. That is sad. It's just 87. She lived a good life though. She lived a good life, and we say God bless and Godspeed to her as far as that goes. And let's see. Can I bring this up? My thing went bonkers. So let's see. Let's go to text. And I'm using the phone right now. We're at the tail end of the broadcast anyway, so I'm not going to do a restart. We're just going to end it here. Just shy of 40 or 2 hours and stuff like that. But let's see. Going back on who we had here in the chat, I want to say, let's see. We're going to say, we'll bring the chat up here on the phone. Say thank you to Tony D. Salute, my brother veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster. Thank you for being here at the broadcast. Thank you, Tina, our Jersey girl, for being here. Thank you, Tim Fanforty. I hope you got that car fixed. He's probably off to work right now. Thank you for being here. And also coming in at the tail end, Big Juice was in the house. Thank you, Big Juice, for being here. Greatly appreciate it. And as far as that goes, let's see. Can I change? I don't know if this is going to start. Let's see. No, that's not going to start. So I have to start it from the phone. But thank you very much for those that were in the chat. I want to say thank you for those that were watching live and sit back on the background on Rumble, Locals, YouTube, X, and Twitch. Thank you very much for you all being here. Greatly appreciate it as far as that goes. And thank you for those that were listening or that are listening when I post up the replay on Spotify for podcasters or Spotify for creators. And as far as that goes, but I am Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on the Rumble Studios, and Fireman Rich over there on X. Greatly appreciate that as far as that goes. And let's see if I can start the music here. But you can follow me on X, and you all have a great Monday as we start a new week. We're going to be going into the new year, so we'll be seeing you on Wednesday next year. It'll be Wednesday for the Wednesday morning broadcast. So you all have a great one. Have a great and safe New Year's Eve tomorrow night. So you all have a great one. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace and take care. Let's see if this... Oh, that's not going to take, so I got to do it from the phone. Okay, that's interesting. Let's do the media, and let's do skateboard. Let's see. Yep, there it goes. Have a good one, folks. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. Peace. Take care, folks.